next is heart. So it is 4 chamber. So as we have already discussed, human heart is 4 chamber, right? One is left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, right ventricle. These are the 4 chambers of human heart. So blood always flows in a specialized tubes called as blood vessels that we have already discussed: arteries, veins, and capillaries, right? And blood as cells, right? RBC cells will be present here. See how the blood will process in the heart. Okay, we will see step by step. You know that we have lungs, right? Lungs, in the lungs, so the blood is oxygenated. So oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to the heart with the help of a pulmonary veins. So there is one exceptional case here. I told vein function is it will bring deoxygenated blood, right? But one of the exception is pulmonary vein. So this pulmonary vein brings the oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. Okay, and one more exception for arteries. Arteries always carries oxygen rich blood, but there is one exception is pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from heart to the lungs. So first let us learn the process of blood. So from the lungs, oxygen rich blood will come to the left atrium. Oxygen rich blood from the lungs comes to the thin walled upper chamber of the heart on the left side called as left atrium. Here you can see. So it has come here. And when the blood comes here, the chamber will contract. A chamber will contract agate. So when it contracts, the left atrium relaxes. Idu contract and the full push madate. So when it pushes, the blood will flow to the next chamber, that is left ventricle. So left ventricle ge barate. And when it comes, here there is a presence of valves. So when it enters the left ventricle, the valves will close this because there may be a backflow of blood and it will be mixed with a deoxygenated blood. So that will be fatal. So once the left ventricle fills, so the chamber is contract, and when this chamber is filled, the blood will be pushed to the next vessels, and this chamber becomes relaxes. Okay, so it then contracts while the next chamber left ventricles. So that blood is transferred to it when the muscular left ventricle contracts. So idu venadru contract aitu antande idu enadru solpa itara when this chamber becomes contracts itara aitu andaga, so the blood will be moved to the pushed to the different parts of the body. Okay, the blood is pumped out of the heart and it will give it to the each and every cell with the help of arteries and the capillaries. So in this picture you can see nodi illi heart in the different parts of the body, it is coming to the left atrium in the left ventricle. From here it will go to the different parts of the body with the help of an vessel called as aorta. Okay, aorta in the barutte, and it will give it to each and every cell. And you know that once the oxygen is given to each and every cell, there is a formation of carbon dioxide or waste materials that should be carried by the another blood vessel called as vein from different parts of the body, like from upper part of the body superior vena cava, and from lower part of the body inferior vena cava brings the deoxygenated blood. Okay, now here you can see upper part of the body superior vena cava, and from lower part of the body inferior vena cava bringing the deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide rich blood to the upper chamber of the heart, that is right atrium. So when the blood has filled the right atrium, this right atrium will contract agid takshana the blood will move to the next chamber, right ventricle. So when this chamber fills, so the valves will be closed because to avoid the mixing of blood or the backflow of blood. Okay, so when this chamber is full, the right ventricle will contract. So each chamber contract agate, then the blood will push it to the arteries. Arteries then carry the blood to the lungs for the oxygenation. Okay, when deoxygenated blood comes from the body from the upper chamber on the right atrium as it relaxes. As the right atrium contracts, the corresponding lower chamber, the right ventricle dilates. This transfers the blood to the right ventricle, which in turn pump it to the lungs for oxygenation. These pulmonary arteries carry the deoxygenated blood to the lungs for oxygenation. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, these ventricles are also having thicker muscular walls than atria do. Okay, atria ginta ventricles gane tumba jaasti irutte. Yake antandre because heart has to push and the pump madbekalva, adike it has a thicker muscular walls. And these valves as I told, it is just like gates tara irutte. Valves ensures that the blood does not flow backwards. Blood backward flow agde iro tara function ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So when the atria or ventricle contracts, atria athwa ventricles contract adaga, it will not allow the blood to move backward direction. So this is the functioning of heart. You know that here the separation of here there is no mixing of blood has taken place, right? So this left atrium and ventricle receives oxygen rich blood, and right atrium and right ventricle receives deoxygenated blood. Here there is no mixing of oxygen and deoxygenated blood. So such a separation allows a high efficiency supply of oxygen to the body. So this is useful in animals that have high energy needs, such as birds and animals, which are constantly use energy to maintain their body temperature. You know that mammals and aves or birds, they are having constant body temperature. To maintain that constant body temperature, they need high energy. So in animals like that do not use energy for this maintaining body temperature, like the body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment, like cold-blooded animals like fishes are amphibians or reptiles. Okay, their body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment. So such animals like amphibians or many reptiles have a 3-chambered heart that we have already discussed in the 9th standard. So they have a 3-chambered heart. But even though there is a mixing of blood, they will tolerate some mixing. Okay, so mix oxygen rich blood, deoxygen rich blood. So even though it is mixing, but those organisms will tolerate that because they are having their body temperature depends on the external environment, so they can tolerate this mixing. And you know about fishes, right? Fishes are having 2-chambered heart, and the blood is pumped to the gills and it is oxygenated there and passed directly to the rest of the body. They no need to come again. They no need to come into the heart once again. Okay, so hence the blood goes only once through the heart in the fish during one cycle. So through the body. So that's why we can call it a single circulation or unicirculation. The fishes, since they are having 2-chambered heart, blood comes to the heart only once in a cycle. So you know that blood is coming twice. Alva nodi illige barta ide, matte hogta ide, matte illige vapas barta ide. So hence the blood goes through the heart twice during each cycle in the vertebrates. This is known as double circulation. Alva nodi. So illinda different parts ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಬಂತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸೈಕಲ್ಗೆ 2 ಸರಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೊ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. So that's why we call it as double circulation. And the last component of the blood is lymph. Okay, so lymph, it is also another type of fluid. It is also involved in the transportation of materials. This we can also call as tissue fluids. Lymph is also called as tissue fluids or lymph. So how this lymph is formed? So through the pores present in the walls of the capillaries. Okay, so capillaries walls irutalva, adralli sanna sanna ಒಂದು holes irutte. So from that holes, so some amount of plasma, proteins, blood cells escape into the intercellular spaces in the tissues to form the lymph. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಸ್. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ pores, plasma, proteins, blood vessels will be escaped and they'll be collected in the intercellular spaces of the tissues to form the lymph. ಇದು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇಂದ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ lymph and it is colorless and contains less proteins. Okay, they are just like plasma only, but it is colorless and it contains less proteins. And you know that the lymph ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, it will drains into the lymphatic capillaries. ಎಲ್ಲಾ lymph collect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. All the lymphs are drains into the lymphatic capillaries from the intercellular spaces. ಒಂದು intercellular space ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು intercellular spaces ಗೆ it will be connected. Okay, so that is collected and it is finally opens into a larger veins. Okay, and ಎಲ್ಲಾನು collect ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So what is the function of the lymph here? So lymph, one function is it will fight against the diseases. It will give immunity to the body. That is one thing. And second one is it carries digested and absorbed fat from intestine. So intestine akka pakka iruvanta intercellular spaces enutte alli lymph collect agirutte. That lymph carries the digested and absorbed fat from the intestine and drains excess fluid back into the blood. Okay, lymph carries digested and absorbed fat from the intestine and drains excess fluid from extracellular spaces back into the blood. Matte idina blood ge vapasu kodutte. So this is the function of blood. So what we have discussed, students, so blood we have discussed about transportation system, what it will transport, and also we have discussed blood cells, blood vessels, heart and the lymph, right? So we know the different types of blood vessels, RBC, WBC, platelets and plasma. Blood vessels alli arteries, veins and capillaries, and we know the functions. And we have also learnt about how the heart pumps the blood. And the last one is lymph, tissue fluids, how it is formed and what is the function we have learned. So this is about transportation in animals or transportation in human beings. I hope you have understood. Thank you, children.